Jana Vallabha Giridharidhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Giridharidhari. Yashodanandana Braja Jara Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jayo Radha Madhava Jaya Kunjari Gari. Jayo Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radha. Jayo Jagannatha Jayo Baladeva. Subhadramayi Jaya Sudarshana. Jayo Krishna Balaram Jayo Krishna Balaram. Krishna Balaram Jayo Krishna Balaram. Jayo Jagannatha Jayo Baladeva. Subhadramayi Jaya Sudarshana. Jayo Gandharvika Giridhari Gandharvika Giridhari Gaurari. Jayo Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jayo Jaya Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaivam Narottam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tadodayam Udare Nashtapraya Subhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevya. Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavantanakti Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangulangar Tegram Yatkata Tamagam Mande Sri Guru Dinatana Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna, welcome all the devotees for Nitya Bhagavata Sevya. I seek blessing from all the devotees so that I can speak Bhagavatam in the Parampara for the pleasure of Krishna and the devotees and my own purification. Today we will be reciting second canto, 6th chapter, Purusha Sukta confirmed and sloka number 23. It's very interesting. We are heading with the further spiritual world and the Brahma's glories, all the things. So you can all recite along with me. Yatasya Nabayan Nilanat Aham Asam Mahatmanaha Navidam Yajna Sambrahan Purusham Vasayavan Vide. Yatasya Nabayan Nalinat Ahamasa Mahatmanaha Navidam Yajna Samharan Purusha Vayavan Rite. Yadasya Naviyan Nalinat Aham Asam Mahatmanaha Navidam Yajna Samrahan Purusha Vayavan Rite. Word by word meaning. Yada, at that time of Asya, his Nabiyat, from the abdomen, Nalinat, from the lotus flower, Aham, myself, Asam, took my birth, Maha Atmanaha, of the great person, Na, Abhidam, did not know, Yagna, sacrificial, Samrahan, ingredient, Purusha of the Lord, Avayavan, personal bodily limbs, Rite, except. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation: when I was born from the abnormal lotus flower of the Lord, Mahavishnu, the great person had no ingredient for sacrificial performance except the bodily limbs of the great personality of Godhead. Purport: the Lord Brahma, the creator of the cosmic manifestation, is known as the Swayambhu, or one who is born without a father and mother. The general process is that a living creature is born out of the sex combination of the male father and a female mother. But Brahma, the first born living being, is born out of the abdominal lotus flower of the Mahavishnu, planetary expansion of Lord Krishna. The abdominal lotus flower is a part of the Lord's bodily limbs, and Brahma is born out of the lotus flower. Therefore, Lord Brahma is also a part of Lord's body. Brahma, after his appearance in the gigantic hollow of the universe, saw the darkness and nothing else. He felt a perplexity, and from his heart he was inspired by the Lord to undergo austerity, thereby acquiring the ingredient for the sacrificial performance. But there was nothing beside the two of them, namely the personality of Mahavishnu and Brahma himself. Born of the body of the Lord, he sacrificed performance. Many ingredients were in need, especially animals. The animal sacrifices is never meant for killing the animal, but for the achieving the successful result of the sacrifices. The animal offered in the sacrificial fire is, so to speak, destroyed, but the next moment it is given a new life by dint of the Vedic hymns, chanting by the expert priest. When such an expert priest is not available, the animal sacrifices in the fire of the sacrificial altar is forbidden. Thus Brahma created even the sacrificial ingredient out of the bodily limbs of the Garbhodaksha Vishnu, which means that the cosmic order of the created by Brahma himself. Also nothing is created out of the nothing, but everything is created from the person of the Lord. The Lord says that Bhagavad Gita, Aham Sarvam Prabho Mattaha Sarvam Pravartate. Everything is made from my bodily limbs, and I am therefore the original source of all creation. The impersonalists argue that there is no use in the worshipping of the Lord when everything is nothing but the Lord himself. The personalities, however, worship the Lord out of the great sense of gratitude, utilizing the ingredient born out of the bodily limbs of the Lord. The fruit and the flowers are available from the body of the earth, and yet Mother Earth is worshipped by the sensible devotee with ingredient born from the earth. Similarly, Mother Ganga is worshipped by the water of the Ganges.
When we are bewildered, we do not distinguish what is religious and what is not religious. At that time, there is need of Guru. That is the Vedic instruction. Tadvijnanatham sa Guru.
Similarly, Mother Ganga is worshipped by the water of the Ganges, and yet the worship enjoys the result of the such worship. Worship is of the Lord is also performed by the ingredient born from the bodily limbs of the Lord, and yet the worship, who is himself a part of the Lord, achieves the result of devotional service of the Lord. While the impersonalists wrongly conclude that he is the Lord himself, the personalities after the great attitude, worship of the Lord in a devotional service, knowing perfectly well that nothing is different from the Lord. The devotee therefore endeavor to apply everything in the service of the Lord, because he knows that everything is a property of the Lord, and there is no one can claim anything as the one's own. The perfect conception of the oneness help the worshipper in the being engaged in his loving service, whereas the impersonalist, being falsely puffed up, remains a non-devotee forever without being recognized by the Lord. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjalachalakya Tachirumaritam Mena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Swapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadampi Sampadamkyam Vandeham Sri Guru Shivata Padakamanam Sri Guru Vaishnavamsa Sri Rupam Sagrajata Sagrarunata Mitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Pada Sagnayita Vishakamsa He Krishna Karna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopishna Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabam Suddevi Pranamami Haripre Vanchakalpadripisha Kripa Sundeva Chapatitana Pavanebhyo Vishnavebhyo Namo Jai Shakti Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vachara Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Pangajanabhaya, Namo Pangajamanine, Namo Pangajanetraya, Namaste Pangajangre. Bhukter Mahabir, Yayima Pura Vibhur, Nirmaya Setu Yad Amyuta Purushara. Bhukte Guna Sodasa, Sodasa Atmaha, Solangisha, Bhagavan Masam Shimi. Welcome once again for Nitya Bhagavate Sevya. Today's very interesting Bhagavan. Lord Brahma says that how he took birth, and after that taking birth, what all he was doing. he came to know that he has to do sacrifice, but without between there are only two entities. That's what we got it. That Vishnu and Brahma. So there was no ingredient to perform. So he used the limbs of the Bhagavan as a. So this is very interesting. So let us understand from this sloka. So when I appeared from the lotus, from the Lord's navel, I could not see any ingredient for sacrifice. Brahma understood that he was expected to perform some sacrifices, but he could not see other than the limbs of the Lord. What Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur is decoding about this sloka. If the Lord is everything, then how can I serve him with the method of attaining him? Since there is no difference articles of worship and his worshipper. So the article of worship means the paraphernalia we are using, that's also Lord, and the worshipper is Lord. Both are same only. That is true, because it is necessary to worship him, and there is nothing except him. One should perform the worship of him with the article which are also him only. Just as one worship the earth with scent and flowers made from the earth. Scent and flowers are the byproduct of the earth. Similarly, offering the Ganges water to the Ganga and offering. Similarly, these are the things. So his order alone is the authority. Whatever Lord says, that is central authority. To show him, he gives himself as an example. So Brahma says he himself an example for that. When I appeared from the lotus in the navel, there were no ingredients for sacrifices. This is a message for today's sloka. So let us go a little more detail about what the greatness about Brahmaji. So today's sloka, how the Lord is sustaining, giving evidence from his own example, and experience that the Supreme Lord is the material cause of this universe. Material cause means all the ingredients came from the Lord only. Here the Garbhadaksha Vishnu gives birth to Lord Brahma. He does so without the help of the Mother Lakshmi. That we have to understand. Who is sitting next to him only. Mother Lakshmi is sitting next to him, but Brahma took birth from the navel of the Lord Vishnu. So what Prabhupada says, the birth of the material world is simply possible when mother and father unite. But to prove that he is the supreme providence of Garbhadaksha Vishnu, produced without anyone's help. So Lord can produce without Lakshmi. So that is what we have to understand, how great Lord it is. Not an ordinary person can he produce. What is an ordinary person? Sorry. It is a Lord Brahma. So, who is very high caliber. He is not a normal person. He became the secondary creator of the universe. So, because he is expansion from the Lord only. He came from the novel, it's a part of the Lord only. So, he has got the high caliber. So, let us understand more today. We will be discussing more about Brahmaji only. That is what makes Krishna the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, this is what we have to understand. He can produce a top-notch of person. Okay. Some less intelligent people claim himself as the Supreme Personality of God. Nowadays you may have seen so many Mayavadis, they claim they are the Supreme Lord. Other class of people who believe in such claims also, they also believe, yes, they follow them, they'll worship him, all they will do. There are another third class of people, who by adopting some kind of process, okay, Ashtanga Yoga, Dhyana Yoga and all, one can realize himself as a Supreme Lord. He himself thinks that I am the Lord. So none of these people know that what you mean by Supreme Personality of God. They don't know the definition itself. That's why they are claiming themselves. Or they want to pretend as a Supreme Lord. So let us understand who the Lord Brahma is. So if you know that, that's what, that's a proverb is that. Show your friend, I will show who you are. This English nice proverb. Similarly, by seeing the greatness of the Lord Brahma, you can easily verify that what is his father, who is the Lord Vishnu, what caliber he is having. So Lord Brahma is a qualitative incarnation of Supreme. He's a qualitative incarnation of Supreme, the secondary creator, and involved passion. Okay, he's the personification of passion and directly born from the Lord Vishnu. He's the first born. He was created by the Lord based on his past merit. So he created the Brahma from the past merit, not just like that. Okay, somebody can become a Brahmaji. Okay, I can give some money and become Brahmaji. No, you should have some qualification. His lifespan is one who follows the perfectly Vedic. Who is the what is the qualification of Brahmaji to become? He should be perfectly Vedic. He follows perfectly the Vedic Varnashrama Dharma system of life for 100 continuous lifetime. It is not 1 day, 2 days. 100 lifetime he has continuously followed the Varnashrama Dharma system. Okay, then he becomes the Lord Brahma. Okay, for getting a post of Indra, 100 Ashwamedha Yajna, if you perform, you get it. Ashwamedha horse sacrifices, then you get the post. But Brahmaji is not like that, it is above that. There is 100 continuous lifetime of, he has to practice as a Varnashrama Dharma. Okay, he is there on the past, he is there on the post, sir, because he is. Why he is there in the post? Because he has the devotional credit. Okay. His lifespan is extraordinary. It is not like larger life. Unparalleled. 3011 trillion 40 billion years. Huge. We can just remember the number only. Who studied the Vedas for 3 times and declared the world what he declared it after studying Veda for 3 times. Attraction to the Lord Krishna is the highest perfection of one's life. So we have to get attracted to the Lord Krishna. That is only the perfection of life. Why we are here? Because we didn't get attracted. We fought with Krishna. We came here. That's why we are hanging around. How many devotees are coming to ISKCON temple and worshipping the Lord and hardly anybody. The outside world, if you see, there are so many people, they are not got attracted. So what Brahmaji is saying to the devotees, you have to get the attraction to the Lord Krishna is the highest perfection of one's life. Lord Brahma is personally guided by the Lord. Another quality is, he is personally guided by the Lord by saying that tapa tapa. He was first born and there was nothing else. He was the first born. Before that, nothing else was there. Then he heard the word tapa tapa uttered by the Lord, Supreme Lord. Thus he is inspired by the Lord himself. How is that? He inspired by the Lord himself. Within the heart, the Lord shook a hand with him. So, Lord also shook hand with him. He has inspired in his heart all the things happening because he is the only person at that time. His benedictions are, what is the benediction if you worship the Lord? Who is the people who are worshipping to get the benediction from Lord Brahma? Those who want to impersonal liberation, they want to get liberated, impersonal liberation. That means merging with the Lord. Okay, the worship of the Lord, they worship the Lord Brahma. Those who want to dominate the world, okay, like Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, such people, no, they meditate on the Lord Brahma. He believes that honestly accept that he is not the Supreme Lord. Although he is almost the level of the Supreme Lord due to secondary creation, I am not the Supreme Lord. He is accepting it. I am not the Supreme Lord. Such a great honesty, anybody can allude. So, if you are not honesty, what happens? Nobody is there to witness you. Then you can tell the lies. So, because if you tell that I am the Supreme Lord, everybody will worship you. Everybody will give the, what do you call that, respect. And they will worship you. You will be puffed up. You will be glorified more. But Brahmaji honestly said that no, I am not the Supreme Lord. Above me there is a Lord available. I am a secondary creator. With only his mercy and glance, only I can do that. I don't have any power on myself. So these are the honestly is declaring it. He believes because he has taken the shelter of the Lord. He has taken the shelter of Lord. Therefore, whatever he speaks will come true. So that is what. If you want your word to be true, you have to take the shelter of the Lord. That is his belief and the lotus feet of under the lotus feet of the Lord. Despite of his greatness, okay, he's so much greatness, he's unable to understand completely about Supreme Lord. Though he is a first creation, but he is a secondary created. Okay, he studied the Vedas, he born along with the Vedas. Okay, but still no, he cannot be able to understand completely about the Lord. Okay, he has a firm faith with the words of the Lord. He always follows the instructions of the Lord. He is the father of Kumara. He also father for the sages like Angira, Narada, Atiri and Marichi. All the great sages are their sons. He is famous Adi Kavi. Adi Kavi means he is the original first living entity. He studies the Vedas, so he is Adi Kavi. He is Adi Deva, first foremost demigod created by the Supreme Lord. He is the first demigod, so Adi Deva. He is Swayambhu. He is self-born without any father or mother. He is Brahmapati. He is a Brahmanapati, master of all Vedas. He is Dharmapati, father of religious life. He is also known as the Param Guru. He is the supreme spiritual master because he is the firstborn living entity. He was teaching the Bhagavatam to Narada to down the line. Okay, Vyasadev to Sukadeva Goswami, like that it comes. So he is first who spoke about that. He is a Paramesti. He is head of the entire universe. He is Prajapati, master of all engineering and architecture. He is the secondary creator of this universe. He is also known as Prajapati. He is the great father of all living entities. He is also known as Propita Maha, the great grandfather of everyone. He is also known as a Veda Garbha, one who impregnated with Veda. He knows the Vedas from the birth. Patiyam, Patistam, Ad Patitam. He is the greatest of all ascetic. Ascetic means having performed great austerities. So, very long period is done. The number of years he has done tapasya is 1,000 demigods years, not our years, 1,000 demigods, such a long period. Tapa he did it. So, he is one of the greatest Mahajan. He is the founder Acharya of the great Sambradaya, first Sambradaya, that is Brahma, and our Sambradaya also come from that. Brahma, Madhava, Gaudiya Sambradaya. Nobody is equal to him, nobody is greater than him in this material universe. Such a great person sometimes criticized. Gopis criticize him because he created the eyes which blinks now and then, therefore they were criticizing him. No matter what you accomplish, this is a message for the devotees, no matter what you accomplish, you should be ready to take feedback without being asked. People will pass by, they will comment about you. You have to be ready to take it. Gopis are the great devotee of Lord Krishna. They want to see Krishna continuously, but the eyelid created by the Lord Brahma is flickers, that is obstructing them seeing the Krishna. Such a criticism is going on. He just hears and tolerates it. He never goes and fights with them. He tolerates it. This is just a glimpse of the Supreme Lord who created a person like a Lord Brahma, who is the secondary creator. See, if Brahma has this many qualities, greatness, then think of the Lord who created him. How much great he is. So there was one pastime we can recollect. Sometime back also we discussed it. Our Brahma is a four-headed Brahma for our universe. Four direction is managing it. Okay. Once he went to Dwaraka to meet Krishna. So when he went, there are Dwarapalkas there. They stopped him. They asked him, "Who are you?" He was confused. Go tell Krishna that Brahma has come. Okay, they went inside and told Krishna that Brahma has come. He want to meet you. Then Krishna asked him, which Brahma came? The two people came back and asked Brahma, which Brahma you are? Then Brahma got shocked. Hare Baba, I am. Is there anybody else other than me? You are asking such question? Then he said that I am four-headed Brahma, father of four Kumaras. Go and tell it. Then they went. Krishna said that okay, ask him to come. Then he came. Dwarapaka allowed him to go get inside. Then Brahma asked it. Okay, so Krishna, he put obeisances. Krishna accepted his obeisances. He asked, okay, what's the matter? Why did you come? Then Brahma said, okay, I come for some urgent thing. Before that, I have a doubt. Is there anybody other than me as a Brahma in this? I am confused because they are asking which Brahma I am. Then Krishna was laughed. He created a scene that he invited all the Brahma, Shiva and Indras. Then all the planetary system, different planets they are coming. So 8-headed, 16, 32, 64, 108, 216. So much of headed lakh. It goes on multiplication to lakhs, 10 lakhs. So many of heads. Brahmajis were coming one by one. Our Brahma, four-headed Brahma, seeing him. But Krishna created the illusion that other Brahmas, they just come to see only Krishna, and they are between each Brahma and Krishna, and within among them, they are not able to see each other. So every Brahma comes, lakhs of head Brahma also came, he put that helmet down and put a obeisance. They went back. They were all assembled. They are asking, thank you, Krishna, you inviting us. We are grateful because of your. Krishna says that you can leave. They say that very thankful. With your mercy, we got your darshan. Okay? They were all left. Then what happened? Then Shivas started coming. So many Shivas are coming. Then after Shivas is over, then Indras are coming. So many Indras are coming. So everything. Our Brahma saw it and he fainted there itself. Then he said, I am a small, tiny mouse in front of this big, gigantic elephant Krishna. So, now you might have understood what is the greatness of that Brahma whom we are glorified this much. There are so many millions of Brahmas are there who is managing the Lord's universe. Okay, each head is the number of direction they are managing it. Depends. Okay. So here Lord says that there is nothing else that I have to accomplish now. There is nobody equal to me, nobody greater than me. He gets things done without endeavor or difficulties. So Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 15.14, there are 5 acts of forbidden in the age of Kali Yuga. 5 things we should avoid. What is that? Performance of Ashwamedha Yajna, performance of Gomedha Yajna, that is nothing but the sacrifice of horses and cows. Then comes third one is sannyasa order of life should not be accepted in this Kali Yuga. Offering of non-veg to the forefather during the Shraddha ceremony, and also man be getting children from the brother's wife. These are all the 5 things is not should be forbidden in the Kali Yuga. So let us take that point of sannyasa orders. What Prabhupada is clarifying that is, nevertheless, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself accepted as a sannyasa and approved his brother Vishwarupa's elder brother Vishwarupa's sannyasa too. That means it is recommended that one aspect of sannyas dedicated his life for the service of Lord. If you are taking sannyasa, it's important to dedicate his life for the service of the Lord. Everyone must take this kind of sannyas. For being accepted such sannyasa, one render the best service to both parental and material families. That means direct relatives and indirect relatives. Okay, one should not accept sannyasa order from the Mayavadi school, which is practically no meaning. So this is underlined. We should not go and ask sannyasa in any institution like Mayavadi institution. So Chaitanya Prabhu rejected that kind of sannyas. Why he says it? By accepting these sannyasas is one of the items of the Varnasrama Dharma. How can he reject? What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying to reject is, although it is mentioned that one should not accept sannyasa, Prabhupada clarified. Okay, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also took, and also his brother also sannyasa, because they meant to serve the Lord. But where he is rejecting is Mayavada schools where they misguide the people. Okay. Aham. Because they took a thing, the scripture says that they become Narayana. That is the misguiding. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says not to take it from the Mayavada philosophers. How do we understand about the Supreme Lord, who is the enjoyer, proprietor of and controller of this universe? So how do we understand in his Supreme Lord? He is every time he appears, he comes with the 6 opulences. And that anybody will get attracted. Especially Mayavadis get attracted with the Brahma Jyotis, Brahma's effulgence of the Lord, the bodily rays coming out of the Lord. They claim that Aham Brahma Asmi, I am the Supreme Brahman. The word is not Aham. Here we have to understand what it means. Of course, we are Brahman, we are not spiritual. We are not spiritual. That means Jiva Paramatma. It means that Aham Brahmasmi means we are not the Param Brahman. So, what do you mean by Param Brahman? In Arjuna Bhagavad Gita says 10.12 and 13, Parabrahma, Param Dhamma, Pavitram, Param Bhavan, the Supreme Divinity, Supreme Abode and Supreme Purifier. Here he is underlying Supreme. Param means Supreme. We are not Supreme. Krishna claims he is a Param Brahma, but we cannot claim as a Param Brahma. That's why the Mayavadis know they are claiming Aham Brahmasmi, their word they misunderstand as they are the Brahman, Param, Lord. We are ordinary Brahman, that means we are just a spirit soul. Just to trap the Mayavadis, Lord plays a trick and he changed the password. Every time he comes as a master, supreme enjoyer, proprietor. So these people also, the Mayavadis also want to imitate. Okay. They also imitate Lord's pastime and say that I am also Lord. But this time what he did, he came as a servant of the Lord. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela 13.80, in the last line said, Gopi Bharata Pada Kamalavat Dasanu Dasa. So here what it says, I am the servant of the Gopi, I am the servant of the Lord. This time Mayavadis, if at all they want to imitate Lord, they can imitate as a servant of the Lord. Now Lord, as what is the Lord? Lord is the Sri Krishna Chaitanya Radha Krishna Naniya. Okay, he is Chaitanya, he is the bodily complex of the Radharani and internally he is Krishna. Although he is the possessor of 6 opulences, husband of fortune, still he says, I am the servant of Lord. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I am the servant of the Lord. This time when they imitate that, Mayavadis, when they want to imitate that, they better get a chance to get delivered because they are acting as a devotee of the Lord. In every incarnation, Lord comes with a different weapons. Okay, but this time he came with a weapon called Sango Pangastara person. His own associates are his actual weapons. There are more kind of, their associations are more merciful than the Lord himself, like Nityananda, Advaita Acharya, Gadadhar Pandit, Srivas Thakur. So all these people are more merciful. You might have heard about Jagai Madai Leela, where Chaitanya, Jagai Madai, they harmed that Chaitanya, Nityananda Mahaprabhu. That time Haridas Thakur went and called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please come. Blood is oozing out from the Nityananda forehead. Jagai Madai, they hit that drunken people, they hit the Nityananda. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ran and came. He took away that Sudarshan Chakra, but Chaitanya Nityananda Mahaprabhu, he went and begged that, no, my Lord, this incarnation not to take the Sudarshan Chakra, you have to be humble. He begged for them to forgive them. So this is the more merciful than Lord Chaitanya himself. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, known as a Chaitanya Vaidya. Vaidya means physician. He is special kind of physician. He brought a special kind of medicine. What is all this? This time he came with a great medicine. When we consume it, we get rid of the misconception. First itself, immediately misconception goes off. Also the great disease like birth, death, old age and disease, everything will vanish. Okay. So that is the medicine gave, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Here the doctor who hate, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that, here the doctor who, he says, who hate the disease and not the diseased. He said that the disease has to be killed. People are infected with a birth, death, old age, disease. Okay. That disease has a pride. All the six anathas are the disease they are having. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Mahamatya. So all the things are, the diseases are affected by this. But he is not punishing like other incarnation. Okay. In other incarnation, he comes and he annihilates the demons. But in this incarnation, he annihilates the disease, not the person. In Kali Yuga, if the Lord wants to annihilate, then entire world will look like a graveyard because everybody makes mistake. He comes here and to treat the disease, not to kill the diseased people. This is the wonders of the Lord. Mercifully coming and delivering. Many times Lord comes with a weapon. Generally all the Leelas we see, no, Lord comes with a weapon. But this time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not hold any weapon. It's a nice interesting one. He took the broomstick. Okay. Not to hit others. It is to clean Lord's temple. This is the only incarnation Lord holds a broomstick in his hand. He wants to teach us that how to clean the temple, how to clean the heart of the people. None of the incarnation or we can see such a leelas. Okay. That is the speciality of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He comes with a broomstick and teaches us that how to clean the Lord's temple and how to clean our heart. By chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We gave great task. We have a great task of cleaning our own heart. That is the biggest task we have. By chanting every day, morning, so that is there. What Rupa Goswami talks about this? Rupa Goswami further he gives us a clarity on this Mahamantra in the Nectar of Instruction. This medicine we are supposed to take in the morning. When we have to chant? Early morning. It is like a sugar candy. Although it looks like a sugar candy, one who tastes it afflicted by the jaundice. Okay, it like finds it bitter. We will not get the taste of chanting, but we are forced to chant. Because person who was affected by jaundice fever, disease, he cannot taste it. The sugarcane juice will taste like a bitter only. So we are experimented with. One of the devotee got admitted due to jaundice. When he got discharged, everybody went and asked it. In the slokas, many places it's mentioned that sugar, when you are affected by jaundice fever, the sugar cane juice will look bitter. Is it true? He said yes. I also took it because that is one type of medicine along with other medicine also I took it, but when I took that sugar cane juice, it tasted me bitter. So whatever Acharya is saying, it is not a false statement, it's all true statement only. Rupa Goswami further continues, every single day one honor reverence, we are supposed to chant. How to chant? Before chanting, we should read the chant the 10 offenses of holy name. That we have to remember it before start chanting it. Yes, we are chanting the holy name, which are very easy. It appears like that. Look like it is very easy to chant, but we are also supposed to become free from these diseases, the 10 offenses of holy name. Therefore, it is evident that important to chant 10 offenses before we sit and chant for holy name. It's very important for every devotee, practicing devotee. Often, sometimes it becomes a monotonous and we continue to chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. It becomes, because as the time passes, it will become a autopilot. Okay. Later on, we come to, oh, how fast we completed 16 rounds without even hearing properly about the holy name. So that is the state of our offenses are now. All the people who are practitioners, the sadhakas, they always say that I am not getting taste. I don't know how I am completed 16 rounds. I'm just waiting for when my 16 round get over. All these diseases are common in Kali Yuga for sadhakas, but we have to that. And also Rupa Goswami says that we are supposed to chant every single day without any gap. That means hook or crook, we have to complete out 16 rounds. Disease is supposed to be rooted out. This is the job of the holy name. So why we have to chant any cause? Because that is the medicine, no, it roots out there. When you are having typhoid or jaundice or any major illness, no, the doctor gives a pill which is very sour, bitter taste, but you have no other choice because to get rid of the disease you have to take. Then similarly, we have a disease of the not getting taste and birth, death, old age and disease. This birth cycle we have to stop. This holy name is the only solution, the medicine which can cure and take a set. And we have 6 anarthas. There is nothing else is available in this world to cure it, like Kama, Roma, Lobha, Mahamate, lust, anger, greed, envy, pride. All these diseases will get out of when we start chanting the holy name. And we have to chant in a highest respect. Before chanting, we have to read the 10 offenses. We have to avoid the offenses, and every single day we have to chant. Okay, because this is a great medicine given by Supreme Lord Himself. Okay. So Prabhupada in the purport he says that Brahma uses the limbs of the Lord for the sacrifices. That is the ingredient for the sacrifices. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, among the sacrifices he refers as a Japa Yajna. So that's why the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also gave that Japa. Okay, chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So by chanting offenselessly and perfecting life, we can go back to Godhead. Thank you for patiently hearing. Nitara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. We'll meet the next class with more points. Hare Krishna.